Hey guys, it's Ro. Welcome to another Nerdy Nummies. I got so many requests from you guys to make something else Mario themed, and lately I've been playing a lot of the mobile game Super Mario Run. If you play through the game, you can unlock Princess Peach's cake, and it is adorable. I fell in love with it. As soon as I unlocked it with my toads, I thought, we have to make this on Nerdy Nummies. The cake in the game is almost as big as her castle, so we won't be making it that big today, but it will be a two-tiered cake just like the one in the game. I am super excited because this is the first time on Nerdy Nummies that we are making a peach cake recipe. Let's get started. The things you'll need to make a peach cake will be 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 3/4 cup sugar, half a cup of butter, 4 eggs, 2 cups of frozen peaches, 1/4 cup of oil, 2 tablespoons of water, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Now let's put it all together. First step to making our cake, pour your peaches and water into a microwave-safe container. Then cover with some food-safe plastic wrap. Pop it in the microwave for 3 minutes. These are fresh out of the microwave, they're still hot. And do they smell good? Over here I have a blender that we're gonna use to puree our peaches. No, we need you. Blend them until they're nice and smooth and set them off to the side. I poured the puree back into our Pyrex cup and let it cool. Now in a medium bowl, mix the puree, eggs, we're using the whole egg, yolk and white, vanilla extract, and then whisk together till it's well combined. I set the peach mixture off to the side. Now it's time to combine our dry ingredients. In a large bowl, add your flour, sugar, baking powder, and salt. Since we'll be using the electric mixer in just a second, you can use it now to mix together your dry ingredients. Now add your butter. Remember, it is at room temperature, and oil. Mix this together for a few minutes until it starts to look like little pebbles. Now add your peach mixture a third at a time. Eyeball in a third, mix it up, add the second third, mix it up, and the last third, mix it up. Our cake batter is ready. I have an 8-inch round cake pan and a 6-inch round cake pan. Divide the batter between the 2 cake pans. Our cakes are ready to bake. I am going to be doubling this recipe, so we'll want 2 8-inch round cakes and 2 6-inch round cakes. And while these are baking, I'm going to be making another batch. Heat your oven to 350 degrees and bake for about 45 minutes. Our cakes have baked, they've had plenty of time to cool, and this time we don't level them because we want that extra height. Take your first 8-inch round cake, place it on top, and ice. You want this to be a thick layer of buttercream. For our second 8-inch round cake, flip it upside down. Looks like a cake sandwich. I have a 6-inch round cake board. Place your cake down, ice the top, stack the second cake, again upside down. Cakes are assembled. Now put them in the fridge for 30 minutes to chill. This will make them easier to work with. After both of your cakes have chilled, it's time to frost. Over here in a piping bag, I scooped in some buttercream and dyed it a peach color with yellow food coloring and a little bit of orange. I'm gonna start icing the cake at the top, pipe the icing onto the cake, then use an offset spatula to smooth it out. Then pipe the icing all around the cake, then again smooth it out with a spatula. Once your large cake is iced, do the same exact thing to the smaller cake. Both cakes are frosted. I've moved the larger cake back onto the turntable. Now we'll be switching to some white buttercream icing to add some more detail. At the end, I've got a number 12 tip. We're icing scallops on the side of the cake. Pipe nice large U's all the way around the cake. Then fill them in with icing and smooth them out with your spatula. Once the scallops are done, ice the top of the cake and smooth it out. Our first tier of cake is ready. Now it's time to put in our straws. We're giving it some structural support. Place your straw all the way down. Pull up just a little bit and cut and push it down. You want to place your straws towards the center because our second cake is smaller. Now we get to place the second tier on top. Now pipe scallops onto the top tier, just like we did the bottom tier. Ice the top with white frosting and smooth it out. Our cake is iced. Pop this in the fridge to chill while we're making some decorations. To decorate, we're gonna make raspberries, cherries, and Mario superstars. Let's start by making our superstars. In front of me, I have a piece of wax paper that I've taped down to the surface. I also have a little bit of powdered sugar. Lightly dust your workspace. I'm using marshmallow fondant that I've dyed a yellow gold color. Roll out your fondant about a ½ inch thick. We need 3 stars, 1 large, 2 smaller. But before we cut out our stars, I have a really cool technique to give us those rounded edges. Cover the top of the fondant in food-safe plastic wrap, then use your cookie cutters how you normally would. The plastic wrap is gonna pull down the edges of the star and round them. We want 1 large star, 2 small stars. Set the stars off to the side to harden a little while we make some more decorations. Another decoration that they have on the cake are little raspberries. Pinch off about a thumb size of fondant, roll into a ball, shape it to be a little bit taller, and using a fondant tool, I'm making little indents all the way around. Now, this part is totally optional, but I'm gonna be painting the raspberry with a little bit of gold shimmer. I think Peach would like it to be sparkly. I feel like I know her. And just gently painting it around. We need 12 of these total. Last fondant decoration are these delicious looking cherries they have on the cake. They aren't your average red cherry that you find at the grocery store everywhere. These ones are a light orange color, kind of like a Rainier cherry. For the cake, we'll need to make 4 of these. Pinch a little bit of fondant off and roll into a ball. Every cherry needs a stem, so we're gonna be using floral wire. We're gonna need a piece about 1.5 inches long. Give it a gentle bend and place it into the center of the fondant. Now make 3 more. Final decoration for these cherries is I wanted to add a little bit of color on the bottom to make them look like a true Rainier cherry. Mix together a drop of red food coloring dye, yellow food coloring dye, and a drop of almond extract. Tuck your brush underneath the cherry and brush up. This gives the cherry a natural blush. Now do this to the rest of your cherries and they're all set. Our stars had time to harden while we were making our other decorations. Now we've got to pipe on those eyes, so it looks like that. Aww, this kind of reminds me of the first episode of Nerdy Nummies when I made a big Mario star cake. Oh, here I have a little bit of black royal icing that I put in a piping bag with a number 2 tip at the end. Pipe 2 small ovals parallel to each other on each star. Then with the white royal icing, add a little detail on top for a little eye reflection. Our fondant decorations are done. Now it's time to assemble everything onto our cake. You'll need some more buttercream frosting in a piping bag with an open star tip. We have star sprinkles, yellow, blue, green, and white, and some small red hearts. We'll start by piping 12 dollops of frosting, lightly squeeze the bag, and pipe 3 circles on top of each other. Then pull away. I've got dollops all the way around the first tier of the cake. Now, each dollop gets a raspberry on top. The top of the cake also gets 12 dollops, but these ones will be a little bit smaller and shorter. Now for our Rainier cherries, place them on top. The top of the cake in between our cherries gets 1 big dollop. Now place the 3 superstar cake toppers on top of the cake. The large one goes in the middle and the 2 smaller on the sides. Our cake is almost ready. The final decoration step is adding our sprinkles around the white icing all over the cake. Ta-da! Here is the Princess Peach cake that we made today from the game Super Mario Run. A big thank you to you guys for suggesting something Mario themed. This cake was so much fun to make. It's the first time on Nerdy Nummies that we have ever made a peach cake recipe. It turned out so good. It looks just like the one from the game. Let me know down below who your favorite Mario character is. Mine is Peach. I'll be posting the peach cake recipe and pictures of the cake on RosannaPansino.com, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can check it out there. And if you guys make this cake, please take a picture and send it to me. I love seeing your baking creations. It just makes me happy. It makes my day. And if you have any other ideas for any other Nerdy Nummies, please let me know. Leave me a comment down below and I will do my best to make it happen. Thanks again, you guys. Bye-bye. Can't wait to taste it. Peachy! The way we made the cake really brings out the peach flavor.